Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Brianna.
Good morning, Nicole.
Did you like how I called you by your name?
I know. Am I in trouble?
No, but everyone, welcome back to the Nikki and Brianna show. Just kidding, Brie Show.
Imagine.
I love my Brianna.
Rebrand.
Yeah, and I could always hear. What's funny is forever I could always hear mom's voice, but now I always hear Brian's voice when
Oh,
I
yeah.
hear Brianna. It's like Brian's voice is stuck in my head with that. But so we got a good one for you all today. Today, we want to talk about a phrase that we as women hear often, and it's been on social media a lot as of late. And I thought I knew it correctly, and I've had to relearn this phrase, but it's about being or becoming that girl. And we want to make things clear that becoming that girl has no age limit
Nope.
whatsoever. No, it
Mm-mm.
doesn't. Maybe at 25, that girl might be drinking a green juice and doing Pilates. And at 45, maybe she's booking spa days, saying no without explaining herself, and rocking matching silk pajamas. You know what, everyone? It's all about how you show up for you. And we're about to dive into that. Showing up for you, being that girl, and everything in between.
Gosh, who knew I was part of a trend?
I know. Well, Brie, I've really what's crazy is me being, back on WWE and doing things on TV every week. You get a lot of people talking, right? So I've been seeing like a lot of like what I've been like. My Bella Army is just so good to me, but they've been like Nikki's that girl, and I just thought they meant like like yeah, that girl. And I've realized it's actually has become a very big social media term as of late. And it's not like it means basically like you're living as the best, most confident, most put together version of yourself. So it's not like you're the most popular girl or it has some status to it. It's about inside and out, it's about
Mm.
energy. And I was like, when I started to dive more into this is what I do have to say I love about the social trends nowadays is the younger generation puts a lot of thought into things,
Yeah. There's a
right?
lot.
Like they're
Yeah. It's very insightful. There's a lot of meaning.
a lot insightful meaning, a lot of feels. It just really digs within. It's not surface at all.
No.
And I've really enjoyed learning more about this. Like I use Google, AI, all of it so much. I'm like, okay, so what does this really mean? Or these acronyms or whatever it might be. I'm like, what are they talking about? So I really have loved of what being that girl has meant. And, I have a question for you is what does being that girl mean to you now versus what it meant to you, let's just say in your 20s?
I mean, I think in my 20s, being that girl, kind of, I would measure things on success, where I'm at in life. Kind of like, am I on the right path? It kind of felt like, in our 20s, we have this free pass of being wanderlust and kind of daydreamers and exploring and finding ourselves. But in your 20s, I felt like when you became that girl, it's like you got the good job, you have the good boyfriend, you're on track with maybe marriage and success. But now that girl is none of those things to me. Like that girl to me is the girl that lets go of what people think. I live life for myself, for my pure joy and happiness and no one else's. So it's interesting. I mean, it's couldn't be more night and day. I don't know. What about you?
No, I so agree with you because what I've come to realize is definitely being that girl back in our 20s was for sure about status, was for sure about who you're with, are you married, do you have kids, what kind of house do you have? It was so more about the tangible things and about the fancy things and luxurious things, the money in your bank. And what I really
Well,
love,
and I have to say really quick on just that thought is you didn't have to have it yet, but you were on your way to it, if you know what I mean.
right. So let's just say all of a sudden, because we had some of our friends who were those girls, all of a sudden became real estate agents and we're selling incredible homes and we're able to have the BMW at 25 and we're able to get, move from Pink Zone off Garnett Avenue and go shop in the mall, let's just say
At
when
Madewell.
Nordstrom's, yeah, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They became that girl. It was the ones who got into their careers quickly and showed success, like you said. And what I've realized is we didn't really have the inspiration that everyone has now to be the main character of your own story, as everyone says. We didn't get that energy when we were young. It wasn't about like, no, actually, honey, let me tell you how you're going to own your own story. I mean, we did kind of have Sex in the City, and when we'd all kind of talk about Carrie Bradshaw, she really was that if you think about her character.
For sure.
But
That's
then
why I
there
was
was
obsessed with her.
right. It was like she kind of
She was living life how
oozed
she
that
wanted
ind
it.
how she wanted and didn't care what people thought. She was independent. She was in relationships. She didn't care what people thought. But if you think about it, that was kind of the only thing that maybe gave us that main character energy, but it wasn't even defined in that way. And so nowadays, when I see about being that girl, it's more about what's on the inside and things that you do for yourself, not for others. It's actually you're that girl when you show up and you talk about your morning routines. No, this is what I do in the morning.
Right.
I wake up at this time to get this workout in. I make my own americano, or maybe I go to my favorite coffee shop because I can. I do this skincare routine to make sure I get this wellness and glow. I put on this nice outfit that I put together. It doesn't have to say Louis Vuitton or Gucci. I put it together. I feel good. I look good. Now I'm like oozing confidence, which makes me that girl. And now I'm going to go chase my goals right now. I'm going to give that energy. And on top of that, have some self respect and boundaries. And then I'm going to go buy myself some flowers and make sure when I come home, all my flowers are blooming. That's like to me nowadays what being that girl is.
I know, but don't you I mean, at least I think like this and I feel this, but we in some weird way, without not like we didn't know it, but we knew who those girls were. We knew actually the girls who didn't care and like
Hmm.
literally live like march to their own drum.
Hmm.
And I feel like it's kind of nice that we like found it on our own
No, I
without like
agree.
somebody instructing us to. I mean, definitely would there have been a couple nice tips and like advice? Yeah, I would have, made less mistakes. But like, you know, like for example, like do you remember like a moment where you were like, "Oh, I'm that girl" in your 20s, not 30s, not 40s, like in your 20s where you're like, "Oh, I'm that girl. I don't need to try. I just need to show up."
Yeah, well, I do actually. And the one thing to add to what you just said was it has given us a lot of grit. And you see that in our generation. We have a lot of grit and grace. And it's because you're right. We had to do it on our own. We had to figure it out. But it would be signing my WWE contract, getting through training, getting on TV, getting a real contract. Then when I finally eventually moved back to San Diego, I couldn't believe that I got to rent an apartment in a high rise in Little Italy, downtown San Diego. That was like a bougie spot. I was had a lease on a BMW. I was saving good money. I was going out, being able to buy my friends drinks and dinner. And in that moment, I remember feeling like I'm that girl. Like I've made it. I feel good. I remember when I'd come here, all my days in San Diego, which was majority of my life, when I had to do the $2 you call it. I was cocktail waitressing till midnight or 2 a.m. And when I came back in that space, I was like, I felt so accomplished. I felt so good. You remember my high rise? Like
I
I
do.
remember walking in that place and I just was like, and it was so tiny, but I was like, I have made it. Like, and then driving my little BMW around. Remember my BMW I had for so long,
For
and
sure.
and to be able to then take care of your friends and go to nice restaurants and be like, I got it, like no stress.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I was when all that was happening, 26,
Wow.
felt good.
Yeah. I mean, mine had to be around the same time, but it's weird because mine's a little different because it's more when we started filming the
Because you were, like, doing your Carrie moments?
No.
Because you were in New
No.
York.
Well,
You had
yeah.
such a sick apartment in, like, a cool area.
I
I
mean,
mean
for sure, but I think more is when we were filming the reality shows and when they
mm,
hit really big, it was almost like, wow, we can be authentically us. And people love that. They loved
yeah.
seeing like your imperfect sides. They liked the flaws.
Yeah.
They loved hearing your opinion, even if they didn't
Yeah.
agree with it.
Mhm.
And I think it was the first time I felt like I could let go and just be me. And I kind of
Yeah.
feel like that's being an it girl. Like, you know, that. And then we got to bring it into our wrestling characters.
No,
So,
it's
and
so
I just think it
true.
was like just me being able to be me, and like I was being looked at for that.
Well, we are finally individuals, which was so huge.
Yeah, because if
I
if you're a twin and it's like you get categorized a lot, like the girls, like we're considered one, all the things. So yeah, it
yes.
was like a big moment.
Well, and just speaking on all this, do you feel like so I have a little quiz for you if you want to take it
Oh
to
goodness,
see if you are really it's quick, but are you living that girl
La
energy
vida
right now?
loca.
No. Well, I mean, yeah. You're already living that. We already know that. I have some cute Teo stories I got to tell you about from our day yesterday that I really want you and Buddy to do with us next time. Um, but let's just I just want to quiz you real quick. And for our listeners, hit pause, go get yourself a piece of paper and pen, come back, hit play, because let's see where you're at right now for Are You That Girl? Okay, so Brie, you're gonna give your point. You're gonna give yourself 1 point for each yes, and just keep track on your hands.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so morning moves. You have at least one morning ritual that makes you feel grounded. Coffee does count.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Hydration halo. You actually drink enough water most days. Wine doesn't count, sadly.
Yes.
No bonita, girl. Okay. Micro glow up. You have at least one look good, feel good habit you do just for you. So it could be skincare, hairstyle, signature scent.
For sure. Yes.
Okay. Main character mindset. You've romanticized something simple in your week, like walking your dog with a cute playlist. For you, would be two dogs.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, well, what is that?
I
I'm
mean,
just
mine's
curious.
always gardening, whether it's planting
Oh,
flowers or
hi, my name is
picking,
Brie.
fruits or veggies, just grabbing fresh eggs from my chicken coop. I mean,
Yeah, girl, your Hervé Leger little scene's going viral on X right now.
oh, is it? Where I
It
say I look like you from
is.
Total Divas?
Then they're putting our side by sides from me in 2015 with like the same dress. Yeah.
No way. That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious.
It's really funny. Boundary babe. You said no to someone or something in the last month that drained your energy.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, can you tell?
I mean,
Keep your fingers up too, so I know.
yeah, I feel like I definitely like there's things
Is there
sometimes
anything you could tell us? If not, it's
it's a
fine.
little personal,
Okay, then that's fine.
but definitely like and usually I tell my personal stuff, but I'm going to keep this one within,
Oh
but there was something where
gosh.
I felt like, like taken advantage of and usually would like let slide and then I was like, you know what? Actually no, I just feel like I'm not going to allow this take up energy.
Yeah.
And so I called it out.
Nice. Okay. I love that. Good for you. So that's a point. Wow, you're so far 5. You got
I
5
mean,
points, girl.
this is what when they
Okay,
say
you
you're
got
AC in
okay.
the test.
You know?
It's taken me many decades to get here.
Yeah, it really has. I'm sure majority of women in their 40s would ace this quiz.
Yeah,
Self-respect spending. You've invested in yourself, a class, a book, a workout program, even a fresh journal,
for sure.
or a new wedding ring.
F off.
uh, Comeback queen. You've bounced back from a bad day without letting it derail your whole week.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Can we know this, or is that personal too? Does that
No,
involve
I
the
feel like
boundary?
so like so everyone will have a different hard day, right? Mine I'm a mom to a wild 5-year-old who has big feelings. So I feel like there's times where I could allow the big feelings to start my day off a certain way depending how his day starts. But I have been so great. And this is thank you to The Good Inside. By I think her name's Dr. Rebecca. I need to look. Anyways, it's been incredible. Her app. Um, but I've been able to not fall into it, not let it stress me out. not let it ruin my day. Instead, I've had enough energy to figure out how I can turn his day and without it affecting mine.
Yeah.
And, and I think like before as a parent, I sometimes fell into like being really tired. Like, what's the easy solution? I think because we constantly will joke how we have mom brain or we feel like so blurred at times, even though I don't feel it anymore. But that like we just didn't take the time to think of the correct decision. So, anyways, that's been like a big one, especially in the summer. Like I've been around the kids 24/7, so it's been a lot of us time, a lot. Finally, Brian and I
Mm.
went on a date night last night, our first date night the
I know.
whole
I interrupted
summer.
it
Yeah, but that's okay.
for a sec.
But it was amazing. Well, actually, we've had two. I like because we went to the Lumineers. But yeah,
I love it. Okay.
I'm acing this.
You're acing. You're 7 for 7. Last question. Future focused. You know what you're working toward right now, big or small, and you're taking steps toward it. I mean, hi, my name is Brie.
You know.
Girl. Oh, right. So you scored 7 to 8 points. So you got 8 points. You aced.
I
So it's
aced.
babe, you are that girl. Teach us your ways. Now, for everyone who didn't ace, look, if you're 4 to 6 points, you're in your that girl rising era.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good place to be. You just need a few tweaks and you will be unstoppable. And look, if you're at 0 to 3 points, do not let that let you down because that means you are still in your pilot episode. Hey, and we all love pilot episodes.
Yeah.
Pilot episodes have brought in Emmys and Oscars. They are award winning. So get that glow up plot twist because you know it's coming,
Oh, shoot. I like
you
that.
know?
That's
But
great.
you know, those kind of things just they make you feel good, but they also like start to make you think. Like weekly
Right.
thoughts. It's like almost something I wanna start to quiz myself weekly and just you know what
But
I
don't you
mean?
feel
See
like
where
when
I'm
you,
at.
because you obviously did the quiz before me, which is why you wanted to give me the quiz. Did you ace it?
I aced it, Brie.
Yeah. And I feel like that's where you're at in your life. And I can't imagine. I mean, maybe you're going to go backwards, doubt it. But I feel like you're
No.
here. You're like here. And there's no
This
going backwards. Like, I don't
no.
think you need to quiz yourself every week.
Oh, no, and I really don't. So much of glow up energy, sometimes people think immediately, they'll think cosmetic surgery, they think, they think of the outer
Vanity.
so much, vanity. And it's so not true. For people to have real glow ups, usually there's a change in someone's life. For me, divorce. Then there's self care. I've been on it with self care, not only physically, as far as like facials, Hone Health. Let me tell you guys, NADS Plus, when everyone's trying to say peptides or all this stuff, I mean, no, I've been taking NADS Plus. Thank you, Hone Health, for that. NADS Plus is the real deal. I definitely am seeing the changes with NADS Plus and
Right.
not just on my skin, energy, all the things. And my favorite with Hone is I like injecting it. It's going straight in the bloodstream. Make sure to talk to a doctor about that. But I don't want to get in trouble, but they have doctors. That's been amazing. Then I do therapy. So now I'm working on my mental health. And let me tell you, mental health, it's a glow up.
Right.
I got a new hairdo. I changed the color of my hair. I made it longer. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. That's part of my glow up. I'm I got a personal trainer. I've been getting in better shape. I'm showing off a little bit more because I'm feeling better about myself. So it's so funny when people go straight to the quick fixes when it's like, no, sometimes majority of the time it's because someone's had all these changes in their life for the better and now we're seeing it and that's a glow up.
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy is I ran into someone yesterday I hadn't seen in a while, and they looked incredible, healthy. Like, when you just look at someone and you're
Yes.
like, they're healthy, like they're
They're
glowing.
healthy, they're
You could just tell, like, they
glowing,
just got done working
they're
out.
having
Like,
their nutrients. Yeah.
and you could tell they're just high on life, feeling good. And it was incredible because they're like, yeah. And you know what? I decided next year I'm going to move to Spain for a year.
Oh,
to like
wow.
up like their studying and like add some stuff to their like degree type of thing. But I'm like, that's what happens when you feel good. Like you want to
Yes.
conquer.
You
Like
wanna
I was like
conquer.
shocked. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she was like, I know. Can you believe it? And she's like, but I can't. So excited to do this step. And I'm like,
I love
wow.
that.
But that's what
Well,
happens when you feel good. You can
oh,
take
when
on
you feel
anything.
good, you can. And brain health, there's something else, that's so important to constantly be teaching your brain things. Even, it's hard when we all are tired, but like I told myself, and I know you're the same, after this run with WWE where I'm traveling every week, I'm like, you know what? I really just want to start to take courses on knowing the wine industry even better. As far as I know, we know the basics and even a little bit more than that, but I want to know the exact terms. I want to know just the depth of winemaking, wine growing, the industry, the business, the agriculture.
Well, I told you to come to college with me.
Well, you and I both want to do that, but then life started happening. We
No,
still have
it's
young
we
kids.
have young kids.
It's tough,
Like finally,
but
Betty being in full days of school helped
you
me
know,
like get in the gym more.
right. And I'm doing my other passion right now, like to be able to wrestle. And that's
Yeah,
really helped me of where I'm at in life, of this glow up, like giving me my confidence back and just, feeling like that girl for
yeah,
real. It's done. And I'm having fun. And I think that's what people are seeing too. They don't realize I haven't had fun in years. Like I wasn't laughing this hard, wasn't having this much fun. And the fun's coming back in my life and you feel it and you see it.
for sure.
And fun is so important to have in life. So Brie, as we're talking career and just life, one fan question, we have a few fan questions that we'll be doing through this episode, but one was advice for young women trying to balance a demanding career with other aspects of life, from Sam.
I mean, this is how I look at it. We got to pay the bills, right? So we
Hmm.
need jobs. We got to work, and so I think sometimes we do get stuck in careers where we do look at it like this is me paying the bills, like surviving, but it might not be the dream. So I always recommend like this is going to be that one time in your life where you're going to feel like you're overworking. You're going to feel like maybe you're running a little on empty because you want to find the time to also do your passion, whatever that may be. And it might be hobbies for now, but it could end up being a career later on. So, a lot of times people work Monday through Friday, that 8 to 5. So if it's like pottery class you want to do, I know there's this like one class I really want to do, but the time it starts is 7 p.m. But that could be perfect for someone who works a desk job. If you want to learn how to make pottery, maybe you want to be a gardener. Well, you have the weekends to get in there and like get dirty. Or maybe it's like, I don't know, people want to do all sorts of fun things, whether it's theater, all the things.
Yeah.
And away from the arts, it could be something else, like a scientist. I have no idea. But whatever it is, that little time you have away from your career, make sure you get your hobbies in and your passions because you never know what blossoms from that.
Right. And I also feel with that, it kind of is what we talked about on last week's episode, is make it seasonal. So your hobbies, if your career's demanding and you have all these things that you want to do, it's like, okay, how can I get in my passions, my hobbies, my career's demanding? And, look at your career. Is if that is your future and that's somewhere that you can build to where you want to go, stick with that. But go, this season, I'm going to do pottery class because I've always wanted to learn pottery. And then when winter comes, I'm going to take this on. I've always wanted to do this Pilates class or this fun dance class or whatever it might be. And maybe that would be my advice now for the younger generation, is do it in seasons. See what you like, what sticks, but
Right.
don't try to do it all at once. That was totally my personality for sure. But you'll just wear yourself out. And when it comes like being sociable and maybe just have that one day a week we pick a fun dinner spot, so then you're not draining yourself. And then
For
that one
sure.
night is so special.
Well, and like
Um
I always wanted to be a florist. I always wanted to own my own flower shop. And then we did the floral retreat, which I loved. But what I realized is being with flowers is for sure my pastime. But to run a flower shop, I don't know if I have the mental capacity to do it. And it was fun on that
Yeah.
retreat to see the numbers broken down, how people have to run their shops. And so it's fun. Like look and see if there's like little retreats or little like fun things to go do and try to see if it's something like you really someday want to take serious.
Yeah, no, I love that. And another question, and I like this because, we touched on, being in our 20s and like, where we're at with that. From Brian, he asked, what would you tell your younger self in college?
I feel like I would say now I'm a dropout, but I'm a dropout for a reason. I think I should have taken a gap year. I know people like some people will really like love taking a gap year. Some people I think kind of feel like, I don't know, like you got to go with the momentum of like
Mhm.
graduating from high school, going into college. And a lot, I guess, depends too on scholarships. But for me, I think gap years are really actually important. I feel like it gives you that year to kind of like adjust, be like, okay, like what direction do I want to go to? Because maybe if I had that year, I would have actually like would have done college. Instead, I felt
Yeah.
overwhelmed. I'm trying to work, I'm trying to go to school, partying, the whole thing. That's why I dropped out. So I think I just would have told myself, take a year off, work, like work, save some money, and then figure it out from there. And then I probably would have a degree.
Yeah. No, it's true. I definitely, for me, I would have told my younger self in college, let's just have a routine here. We could put partying in this routine. We can put some other things in this routine. But I'm like you. I wish I had more of a routine towards my future or just in life. Like, I wish, okay, I'm going to take this workout class once a week. And then these are the nights of my shifts at Hooters. And then only book classes for college that are these time slots. And if they're not in that time slot, then you're going to find another class to take. And I probably would, like you, have gotten to a degree. But I wish I just had more of that routine. I
Yeah.
had that calendar book. The one thing is when I saw Seamus in the halls last week at Monday Night Raw, or 2 weeks ago at Monday Night Raw in Brooklyn, it was cute because he goes, I'll never forget when I got to FCW and I was over at you and your sister's apartment. And he goes, and you two were doing your vision boards of like what you want out of the future. And I remember leaving there going, wow, these girls like really have it. Like they are driven. Like he said the most complimentary stuff about us. And
Oh,
he
that's
goes,
really
like, I just knew
sweet.
you had it. And I understand like why where you two are at today. Like we were so young and you two just knew what you wanted. And he goes, I was just so impressed. And I always think about that.
We
And
do
at
love
first
our
he's like, "You
vision
guys were
boards.
putting these, like, things together, like, these goals," and I go, "Vision boards?" And he goes, "Yeah." And isn't that funny though?
That is.
I'm like, "Wow."
We've always been
So
into
we
vision
might not have
boards.
had it in college, but we definitely got it right in our early 20s.
Yeah,
We have been always into vision boards. I mean, I feel like though we made our first ones either at 18 or 19. I
for
just wish I
sure.
put a routine with that vision
Yeah.
board, but
Well,
that's
you know
okay.
what? Yeah. I mean, I could only imagine what I did at 18. I actually wish I could go back and see. But I felt like I had a lot of quotes. I
Mhm.
but the one thing I've always admired about you and I is we're not embarrassed about our vision boards. I'm like, yeah, look it. This is what I want
No.
in life. Like
Yeah.
manifest for me.
Yeah, exactly. Can you put the energy out there for me, please? But like, why should we be embarrassed of our vision boards when that's what we want to become?
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
I 100%
Shoot
agree.
for the stars. Do not let your shyness or that side of you like not want to shoot for the stars because you're embarrassed of it. Go shoot for them because you'll
Right.
get them. Have you ever though, like, and I don't know if it was then or if it's now, but have you ever not felt like you were that girl? And if so, like what pulled you out of that space?
I mean, motherhood was hard for me to adjust to. Not because of anything with, my child. I was trying to figure out my own identity, where I belong, like who's the Brie, like is it the old Brie's out? There's a new Brie in. How do I blend? Like what do I do? I was trying to figure out how to keep up.
Yeah.
And like I never took a minute to be like, what do you need, Brie? Or how do you want this to look? Or what will make you happy? I was just trying to please everyone at the time. and I let myself really sink. And I just think
Mhm.
I was on no fuel. I could like there it was just a lot. Um
Yeah.
so that period of time, and a lot of it all meant was my like 33 to 40 like was really tough. Like cuz then it was like, the minute I thought I figured myself out, then I'm pregnant again in a pandemic, and that so it just was like so I felt like that was definitely a period of time where I know I wasn't that girl at all. Like for sure not.
Yeah.
But I got out
Mhm.
of it and then I figured out who that girl
Totally.
is. What about you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, she sure did. I think I would be the same. It was definitely the pandemic for me. Like, even early in pregnancy, I was working out with my trainer. I felt good. I felt cute. I had some of the pregnancy things, but I felt great overall. It was fun to plan outfits. And then when all that hit and everything was so new, right? So everything was closed down. There was no working around everything. And I had no help, and then it was like Arizona heat, and I just felt like I fully lost myself, and I just lost being that girl in my life, in my story, and that was tough, and then what happens is, 2 years go by, and then you're trying to get yourself back together, and then there are other things in your life that are making you unhappy, and it was just so hard to pull myself out of that
Yeah,
space. So
for
I
sure.
definitely feel like you know what I mean? From 2020 to 2024, I was just not that girl, and I would try to, like, figure it out with, like, little quick fixes on what would make me happy. Is it getting a bob? You know what I mean? Like,
Your bob looked so
it's
good.
just I
I went
loved
through the
my bob.
worst
Honestly,
haircuts.
you did. My
My d-
bob, I will probably bring back when I'm older. Um, I think that's chic, cool haircut for when
yeah, it
I'm older.
looked
I'm
great.
loving my long.
I
Yeah.
went through so many bad haircuts in my 30s. Holy shit.
You did. I felt bad because right when you come back from a bad haircut, you would go to someone and then you get another bad haircut. I'm like, oh my gosh, you just grew it out. I
And
just
and
couldn't
would you
get
try
it.
someone new, just and I would explain to them how I got a bad haircut, and then they would botch my hair, and I'm like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck?" I just remember
Right.
thinking like, I got to go back to my long ass hair cuz that's the only thing that
Yeah.
made me feel good. But I mean, but there was a lot of stuff I was just trying to figure out, and this is what I'll give like parents credit is in the middle of us surviving, we go with a lot, because you're just so selfless at the time because your
Mm-hmm.
kids are like first, but like we're tired, like you're
Yeah.
so incredibly tired, you're putting other people's needs first, who are half the time telling you off or not listening. And then,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? And then you're just like, at the end of the day, like, you're like, should I really feel guilty to eat this little bit of ice cream or have this glass of wine? But you're like, gosh, I need to still lose 10 pounds of baby weight. And I just want to decompress for a moment. Like parents go through it. Holy moly. But that's why we get Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Yeah. And the greatest thing about it is we get a bounce back and we get to have a
Right.
comeback story. And the one thing that those years taught me was the importance of self care,
Yeah.
because that's the one thing we let go of when we become parents. And honestly, in a way, rightfully so.
Yeah.
We just brought life into the world and we're trying to figure it out. But you don't want it to go by too long, um, because then you need to then take care of you. And that's the one thing is I let go of self care and you just see it. You
Hmm.
see it on you.
Right.
So, but it's just a hard that's the hardest balance to figure out is new parent self-care, especially if you're someone who doesn't have help. That's like where it's tough. When I look at the people who have a lot of help, I'm like, damn, must be nice.
Lucky.
And help that you trust, like grandparents and different things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
hope you don't pay
someone
for,
who's
for
yeah,
sure.
exactly. That's what I mean. Like ones where you're like, okay,
You know?
they will love on my child like I will and take care of my child like me. That's like the beauty of like grandparents. Um so Another question for you. Brie, do you think you're still surprising yourself? Like even at
Oh,
this age and being in this era?
100%. I feel like I surprise myself a lot. And I just think we're
Yeah.
constantly evolving. You don't just do that when you're younger, you're
Yeah.
doing it as you age. And
No.
so I feel like I'm blown away that sometimes the things that I'm capable of or I'm learning, and then all of a sudden things I will one day be like, whoa, I kind of feel like I'm an expert in this. So yeah, I'm always surprising myself. What about you?
I love that. Definitely. Um, and especially for me, it would be like boundaries and saying no to things or just kind of getting out of that people pleasing era of myself and just being more stern with my boundaries and also knowing my worth and not settling.
Well, I really love that, Nicole, because I feel like you've come a long way with your boundaries. And I feel like
Thank you.
just seeing you as of late, you're in a really special place in your life. Like one
Oh,
where, yeah, you are. Like you have a
thank
lot of
you.
strength. Um,
Yeah.
I guess you are that girl because you know what you want and you're not going to let anyone like interfere with
Mm-mm.
like I guess, the things that you love that you're working towards and where you're at. And so,
Yeah.
and your space has become so sacred and you're
Hmm.
protective of that. And so it's really neat. And it's really cute too, because
Thank
you and
you.
Mateo, like, you guys two have like your own little world. And,
We do.
it's really beautiful.
Oh, gosh,
So you
Brie,
should be
thank
proud.
you.
And you're only going to keep going up.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
right,
mean?
girl.
Keep
When
going
you
up.
get into this space, and I've worked so hard to get here, um, you protect that energy, you protect that space, and when you see life a certain way, you only go up from there.
Right.
Because I look at things, let's just say I might not like my creative, or Bonita Bonita sales might be rough today, or Birdie B didn't break this deal, but the energy still stays good in my space. I look at it, I
Mm,
have such a perspective now of why did that happen? That's for a reason. And I look at all open doors and I don't look at closed doors. And
love it.
I get something, I'm like, I'm going to make this fun. I'm going to have great energy because I'm just grateful that I got to live another day, that I feel good, that I have an amazing son, I own my home. Like my eyes, I see things very differently. And it takes work to get to this place. And then once you do, you're like, I'm not leaving this place. I am
Nope. I
protecting it.
love
I'm
that.
staying in this light. Yeah. And it feels great. Brie, one last question before we play a game. This is from Emma. And I think this is fun before we get into our game, but it's what motivates you guys the most? I feel
Wow.
like we might have the same answer for this. Well, kind of.
Family?
Yeah.
Family. I mean,
Family,
plain and simple. I don't
plain and
all I want to
simple.
do is take care of my family, and that goes from like mom to dad to even my brother, but my babies and my husband, you, but that's it.
Yeah.
My cousins, that's it. I just
We
anything I
we
do
are
in
that
life,
way.
yeah, I'm motivated
We
by my
don't
family.
I'll ride in a Lamborghini, but I don't care about owning a Lamborghini. I'd
Oh
rather do
no.
things for my family if I'm able to do that.
Right.
And for us to just enjoy life together. I get motivated for my son. I want my son to have incredible education. I want him to have tools that I didn't get to have growing up. So that motivates me to keep hustling, to work hard, to save, um, to build this life that I know no one can take. I'm but motivated so much, family and faith. That's like it. And I have to say, and I'm authentic in saying this, and I know you feel the same,
Yeah.
but the Bella Army, my fandom, the people, like, what motivates me is to keep a platform that I could reach to people for good, because there's bad in this world, but people need to have motivation and inspiration of things that are good and how we could overcome things because life isn't perfect.
I agree.
So, how can we do this? And I really care about that. Like, that
Yeah.
motivates me a lot to stay where I'm at, so I can continue to help others.
I
Because
love it.
if I'm not hustling and I don't keep these platforms, I can't help people in the way that I want to worldwide.
For sure. Couldn't agree more. Well, I love
Right?
that. I love
Yeah.
all of that, but I'm very excited to play a game, especially this one, because I feel like it
Ooh.
really does go with the theme of everything we're talking about. But this game is called Blind Rankings, Red Carpet Edition. Before we get into
Oh
some inspiration and
boy. Oh man.
affirmation, we are going to play Blind Rankings. And this is Nicole. Our producers have pulled some of our most iconic, chaotic, maybe even questionable red carpet looks over the years.
Oh
We'll rank
boy.
them from 1 to 10, but we have to place each look as it comes up without knowing what's coming next. So let's get started. You know how to do these blind
Yeah, you
rankings,
is
right?
it the one are we ranking 1 through 5? Oh
1
no,
through
from 1 through
10.
10.
Yeah, here we go,
Shoot.
girl. Oh no.
Okay.
These might not be it girl moments. Oh
Oh
my
boy. I mean,
gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember feeling like JLo that night. I mean, for me, I'm gonna rank it at 5.
I'll do 5 too. The bangs definitely are a 10, but we'll go 5 because my butt looks good in that. What bracelet
Yeah.
am I wearing? Jeez.
Oh my gosh. We can't diss ourselves though, but okay.
Oh
So
my
this
gosh. This is what? MTV Movie
movie
Awards.
awards, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember this was I mean, our boys were they 1 or 2?
Yeah, they were young.
This was our first appearance since the babies, since the pandemic, I think, Brie.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
gosh.
remember that. I know. This was right before I did a bob.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, girl.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So
So
we're
we're
putting it at
4?
4. 4.
Okay. Oh shoot. I see. I
Oh,
feel like we should have put that one maybe
I
at 6.
know. We
I
should have
really
put that.
liked this. I really felt myself. Okay, so this was at Queen of the Ring premiere in LA.
Yeah.
I remember really feeling myself this night. I was happy with my hair. I was
More
happy with
natural
yeah,
looking.
more natural makeup. I really love that dress. You know me. Red vinyl is like so hot. So I would put this at a 3.
Yeah, let's put this at a 3.
3, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm thinking we should have put stuff down a bit.
We should,
That's
yeah.
okay.
You're the one who threw that one at a 5, that gold
I
dress
know
one.
we should
I
have
would have
put
put that
that
at
lower.
7, but
Should we change it?
we can't. That's part of the game.
Okay.
We effed
Okay.
ourselves earlier. Oh my gosh.
Okay, no, let's be nice to ourselves real quick. Those dresses
So,
were amazing on us.
well, wait, where was
And
this
the red
at?
roses. We're being mean. Okay, so you guys, we're in red Latina dresses. We have red roses in our hair.
We're
I
definitely
held on to this
at a
dress for
WWE
so
event.
long because, yeah, I could see the G4 in the background and all that. I loved this dress. This dress was the emoji icon. Like, I remember feeling like Shakira. I loved
Uh,
it.
I don't know. I'm not feeling
Now,
this at all.
you aren't?
No, I'm going to say this is an 8.
Whatever. Oh, and I have my fake Louis Vuitton purse. That was my first
And I
Louis.
have
It
your
was a
purse.
fake.
I wish my shoulders needed to
Yeah.
be back.
Oh, another fake Louis. They were both from Canal Street, I think, in New York City.
That's
Okay, this
hilarious.
is the thing. We will put it at 4 only because of the fake Louis, but I
4?
really like
This is going
this.
at number 8.
I mean, I'm sorry. No, I was thinking 6.
No, it's
We
not.
look
It's 8.
so adorable here.
7. I'll give you 7 and that's it. Perfect. It's 7.
Okay.
Okay, next
Okay,
one.
fine. Oh, please let us put this at 8. Why did I do this look? You look so hot here. That was the worst outfit
I
ever for
love
me. I
this look.
regret that outfit and the hair clips. Really?
Well, I think you look so cute. The hair clips could have
Okay, so you
gone.
guys, where this is the Nickelodeon Choice Awards. This was like during right after like AGT Extreme era. And I was thinking because it was the Kids Choice Awards, like look a little kiddish, but why did I want to look like that? I'm a grown ass woman. And I just
I actually
remember
think you look
thinking,
really
why did I
cute.
choose this? Oh, really?
Better, yeah, better than the Latina,
Oh,
like
this
the
was
identical look we
this
had.
was one of my like not favorite looks, but you I
Wow.
remember thinking like you looked so hot. So this is like a okay. Well, because of you, what you
This
want to
is
put it
going
at
at number
3?
8.
Yeah, thank you. Gosh, thank you. Oh, I love this. This is really cute. So this was when we were doing media day for Total Divas in New York. It was Total Divas for Total Bellas. at Extra. I
Right.
remember both of us just had Sex in the City moments here. I was obsessed with my high heels here. I still have them. I love them. I remember loving my earrings. I just loved this whole look. My glam and my hair matched. It was everything was perfect. I
For
really
sure.
loved this look.
I was feeling this
And
one
you
too.
look amazing, Brie.
Yeah. So what do we put this
Yeah.
at?
So we
4
put this at number 4.
or
Yeah.
3? We already have a
So
4.
we'll
So we
put
got
this at
so
3.
6. Let's put this at 6.
Okay. Perfect. Uh,
Oh
Okay,
God.
so this was when we were doing our announcement that we are pregnant for People magazine. I remember we were unhappy with what the stylist pulled for us that day. It was nothing like us. And there
It was
was like
bad.
I even remember the people weren't even happy.
No.
Um so this is going to be very low for me
10.
because yeah,
Let's
we'll
put it the
put this at
lowest.
10, which sad because it could have been so cute, but
Well, there was dresses we liked on us, but they didn't want us to wear. They wanted us
they
to wear
wanted like
flowy
something
dresses.
flowy, but then all the flowy dresses looked like that.
Because you
And
and I
it
are
was
pregnant
just,
in this picture. You and I were
yeah.
pregnant. We were like
And
2
just with
months
like our
or
dark
3.
hair, like, yeah, it just didn't flow.
No.
But okay, yeah, 10 for sure, 10. Oh, I did love this look. Okay. This was when we did the Traders reunion on the Nikki and Brie show, when we were at the Sirius XM studios in LA. This was fun look. We both outfits were so cute. What would you say?
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I really love this look. This picture is my favorite out of all the ones I took that day. But
Mhm.
I actually thought it was a really fun look. It was like chic and different and edgy.
Yes. Mine brought in the
So,
trader vibes because I had the cape, the built-in
yeah.
hoodie. I remember loving the pairing of the boots, and you know me, your girl loves red. So we put
Yeah.
this at
Should we put this at
2.
number 2? All
Oh,
right, 2.
geez. All right.
I know.
Oh, I loved this dress. So this was at the upfronts for NBCU.
Yes.
Um, I remember picking this designer. This dress was just incredible. We had
Yeah.
that really fun moment on stage. We
But
just
this
stole New
isn't
York City afterwards. We painted the town red.
we had a lot of fun. But I'm going to say this. It's not number 1 for me. So we're going to have to put it at 9.
What? Well, I would put this at 1.
But I wouldn't for me.
Ugh. You would
I
put
don't know.
this
You
at
want to
9?
gamble? Because we have 2
I think
left,
we
right?
one
'Cause
left.
okay, so we got to gamble.
Okay.
So if we put this
I'm
at
saying
number
we put
1,
this
it's
at
strict.
1 over 9.
I know, but I don't care for my outfit, but
You're in the gorgeous polka dot. You have those
gorgeous.
cute YSLs on. My dress alone deserves to be at number 1, but if you want to do 9, I think you look great, by the way.
Well, thank you. Okay, let's do 1. Whatever. Let's
Okay.
see.
We're blind ranking, so
I know. All right,
so
let's do the
let's
last one.
number 9. Yes!
Yeah.
I
I'm
hated
so
these pictures.
happy.
I am so this is Paris Total Divas. We're filming in Paris for Total Divas, and they're like, we're gonna go do a marketing shoot. And they're
They
like,
were
and then we're gonna
awful.
have glam. So my eyelashes, I'm not even joking. She glued them in the middle of my eyes. Remember that, Brie, on my eyelids?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And she goes, they look fine. And I'm like, you're like an inch off my eyelash line. It I just remember the makeup was terrible, the hair, and then the positioning, like the outfit, just nothing worked here. I'm so happy this is
Nothing.
9. This would be my 10. It's just
I did like that
terrible.
crystal necklace I'm wearing. But yeah,
Yeah.
this was bad.
Which totally, no offense, doesn't go with your outfit. Neither does the
No.
shoes. I
Oh
mean,
my
I look like
gosh.
I'm
And those are
50
your
years old
shoes,
in
right?
this photo.
You do.
No, I don't know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I look like a housewife. I mean, it's just all wrong. This
Yeah.
was all wrong. And look at the roses that are like randomly put in
Oh my
places.
gosh. Yeah, I'm
The
happy. Could
only
you
thing that's good in this photo is the Eiffel Tower, but like in the clouds. I mean, and I don't want
Yeah,
to be that mean to ourselves.
but still, girl.
Aren't you happy?
I'm very happy.
Thank you.
That could have ruined
See,
my day. Just kidding.
good gambler over here. Yeah. No,
Oh
that was
my
fun.
gosh. All right, Nikki, hit us with some inspiration affirmation.
Okay, this is just going to be real quick. It's going to be more like an affirmation. But being that girl, no one's born her, you build her.
Ooh,
Boom. That's
I
that.
like that.
Thank you. So I think that's a great thing to leave off of is you build your girl, you build your main character in your own story. You don't let things just come to you. You go out and you do it. And you
Yeah.
have the potential to do it. So go build her.
Amen to that.
Amen.
I
It's
love
kind
it.
of like, the baseball movie, if you build it, they will come or whatever that was.
Yeah,
If you
you're right.
build her, things will come.
Filled of dreams.
Filled of dreams. So let's make it a life of dreams.
There you go.
Right? All
I
right. Well, on
agree with
that
you.
note, everyone, make sure to check out Brie's YouTube series. Hi, my name is Brie. Make sure to catch me every Monday night on Netflix on Monday Night Raw. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, share this episode. Thank you guys always for tuning in. We hope you have such an incredible weekend. Also, check out our videos on our YouTube page, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media things. And until next time, go builder. Brie, I love you. I hopefully will see you soon.
Love you too.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.